Who was your greatest love, and why did you fall in love with them?
That's a long, long time ago.
Love me. Oh, I need someone to love me. Oh, I need someone to love me. Oh, I need someone to love me. Oh, I need someone to.
Hey strangers, it's me, the stranger that talks to strangers. And today we're going to talk to some of those strangers about love. It's a conversation we've had before, but love is one of my favorite topics, so we're going to talk about that today. Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. Who was your greatest love, and why did you fall in love with them?
Girl I met in 1973 at Kennywood Park. Typical Pittsburgh love affair. Chestnut brown hair, chestnut brown eyes. I love the way she smelled. She, coconut. And it was summertime. Come to find that it seems that first loves are always the greatest love. You discover so many things about yourself
Yeah.
and how to love. Thought the world of her. And this is way back now, I guess 50 years. And I still think about her from time to time. She was big-hearted and not selfish. The smallest things would make her happy. It didn't take a lot of money or anything. It was just being together.
What was your first impression of her?
All my vitals were lit. You know?
Yeah.
I was lit up like a candle. We kissed at that night when we first met at Kennywood on the haunted house. That's the boat. It's kind of a romantic thing to do. I had to take the bus out to her place because my car was broken. But you can be sure I quickly fixed that so that we can spend time together.
What did that kiss feel like?
Oh man, it was like fireworks. I just lit up. Wow. If you could only encapsulate that and pass it around, there wouldn't be war, I'll tell you that. She's the benchmark by which all women are rated in my world. All right?
Well, hey, thank you so much. What's your name?
George.
Hunter.
Hunter. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, George. I'm good. How are you?
A guy named Donnie.
Why did you fall in love with Donnie?
Day one, his personality, his smile, eyes, everything about him.
What was your first impression of him?
I remember that day so clear. It's awesome. I knew right then that I loved him. He'd bring me a rose every day. Once rose, I don't care if you had whose yard he picked it out of, but he brought me a rose every day. Showed he was thinking of me.
What was it like when you were around him?
Safe, very safe. I just knew he had my back at all times. Never had to worry about anything when I was with him. A lot of laughing.
How did you know he was the one?
You just do. Even to this day, still has a spot in my heart. He's been gone for a long time. I still see his smile. Just something just wins your heart over. That's all. Guess they say you never forget your first true love. It's so true. I'm sure one day I'll meet up with him.
What's your name?
Shirley.
Shirley Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi, I didn't realize my pickup was so close to my drop.
It's perfect. Thanks.
I don't think I've experienced that yet. Apparently I haven't found the right one to make me feel that way. So I haven't found that true love to make me experience that experience. I don't know, people they show you one thing when you first meet them and then it turns out to be something completely different. That's been my experience past 3 years.
Everyone you meet, huh?
Pretty much. I'm introduced you to a vibe that you can't maintain. If you don't love yourself, how could you possibly try to love somebody else? You gotta give that to yourself before you go giving it away to other people.
Do you feel as though you love yourself?
I definitely love myself. That's why I'm still standing.
What is able to give you a sense of peace?
Is there even such a thing? I don't think so. I don't know, that's a really hard question.
Now, have you always felt a sense of loneliness?
Yeah, pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
Because my parents sucked. I don't know, I don't feel like they gave me enough love and attention.
Can you explain to me what your loneliness feels like?
Empty. Like I was standing in a room full of people screaming and nobody heard me. Just empty. I mean, if I'm by myself, home alone, then, occasionally I obviously break down, but...
How does that affect you now?
I don't see, that's the problem. I think, like, get in a relationship. I meet somebody and then I get attached because they're just giving me a vibe. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is affection and time and all that good stuff that I never got. I definitely got trust issues. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. God, you make me want to go see a therapist. I'm just come home, lay down on your couch for about 5 minutes, give you my life scoop. We'll call it a day.
What's your name?
Krista,
Hunter.
nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Have a good day.
You too, Krista. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Have to say it had to be like a relative, grandma, because she always been there for me. So a lot of things that I still carry on today in my life are things that I was taught like from my grandma. She helped raise me pretty much. I lived with her for years. So I mean, she was obviously there from day one, from a baby. So it's one of those figures that's always been in my life and always, you know, made sure I was provided for, had a roof, food on my table, all of that. So
Yeah.
I've never met anybody like, you know, like my grandma, or for anybody in that matter. Grandmas are just a little bit different. They hold a special place.
Whenever you think about your grandma, what emotions come up?
Appreciation. Yeah, love and appreciation. There was no grandma, there's no me. I'm the oldest, so I've always been like the special grandkids. Just don't tell the other grandkids that. That's ever since like I was a little kid, just could be anything. Her making my favorite meal or reading me my favorite story at the end of the night. So all those type of memories.
What's your name?
Evan,
Evan Hunter. Nice to meet you.
thanks, brother.
Hey, strangers. Hey, strangers. I love talking about love. So, my roommate's in the bathroom and he can hear what I'm saying, so this is awkward.